I went on a date yesterday. I kissed Amber yesterday. At that point, I was done anyway.
Now I'm feeling like I just got played. And then I'm wondering, is this really true?
I talk to her every day.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Listen, we're talking to you guys about Ready to Love. We're dealing with Ron and how he spat his dummy out in regards with Alexis. Yes, he told Alexis about his kiss with Amber. Yeah, just to spite her, bro. Like, you know, there was some really cheeky comments that were made in this end scene. And yeah, I don't know if editing can save you on this one, bro. You know what I mean? Look, I am all for defending when people say editing, but every season we hear it, the same thing being said. Editing. And yet when they come to book, every single one of them show us why the camera showed us what they showed us, okay? So, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. We appreciate you. And for those of you who are returnees, you got the minerals. Let's talk about it. Stay hydrated. Don't forget to grab your bottle from down below as well. Listen, stay hydrated because the streets are hot. All right, let's get into the video. Okay, cool. Let's get into the video. You might have just saw that clip obviously there, and at that point, you know, he had already started throwing the first kind of shot. I want to just go back slightly. He already started throwing the first kind of shot in the scene with Alexis. Now, we know that obviously Ron was going to be sent home, and he definitely wasn't Alexis' first choice. And I think that's why I'm giving a little bit of leeway, because Alexis herself too played with Ron. You know, I find it interesting that Alexis talks about Amber later on, Judas' behavior, talking about the fact that Kyra doesn't know what she's got on her mind and whether she can't make her mind up. And I'm like, Alexis as well too was here fighting with Chrysanthemum. Along the way, Alexis has shown us that she is a competitor of the highest standard, and she always has something to say. Yeah, and so for me, okay, I know that she played Ron like textbook, but he too wasn't really interested. He was playing the game, and so was she. Okay, she wasn't his number one, and he never had her as number one, but he said that she was number one, right? Because he had Amber, he had Chrysanthemum on the side, like, he was just enjoying life as well, okay? He just played the game a slightly little bit better, but at the end, he lost composure. Major composure. Okay, let's just play the first clip, and I'll break down what we're talking about.
To make. We decided at this time that you are not ready to love.
I lost a little respect. I ain't gonna lie. I just thought you was smarter and a little better than that.
Now, here's my thing. You know, they probably might have chopped that part where so obviously I thought you're a bit smarter and a little bit better than that. They might have chopped that a little bit, right? But whatever you were saying you felt that she's a little bit smarter and better than that, right? So we're getting this, and you can hear the tone and the delivery and the energy that's behind what you just said there. That is condescending. And the next bar that she says after is that you're condescending. That's not editing. That's you. Okay? At that point, that is not editing. That's you. And if I'm talking to Ron, I want you to understand, bro, this is no beef with you personally, but it's beef with you personally in terms of your behavior. That is condescending of the highest order. Now, I know you might have had your reasons that you might have felt like Alexis was coming at you with a religion talk. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt that too, right? She was out here almost trying to test you about the religion stuff when she really knew where you stood. And I'm rocking with you on that, right? But the whole I'm disappointed in you, like, you know what I mean? Like, that I'm disappointed in you, like, you should have been doing better. I'm like, yo, bro, you know exactly where that comes from. Right now, you're a little bit bitter, and I don't think it's because you're getting sent home. I think it's that you didn't get the one-up on Alexis. This is what it is. Human beings have pride, and we have shame, and we have embarrassment, and we have fear. I told you about this before. Stay hydrated. Okay? You have pride, you have embarrassment, you have shame, you have these kind of feelings, and rejection is one of those things. Nobody likes rejection. And the problem is that these particular actions don't just trigger us for now, they trigger us from back in the past that comes back up to now. And due to those experiences, sometimes we haven't learned from them, we react in a fear-based way. And so what we saw with Ron in this particular episode with Alexis was a fear-based response. Immediately when you've been told you weren't ready to love, your immediate reaction was to try and one-up Alexis. I'm not going to let you go out like this. I'm not going to go out like this. I'm not going to go out like no punk. I'm going to show you before I leave, I'm going to hurt you. And when I say hurt, not I'm going to punch you or physically abuse you, none of that stuff. No, I don't think he's an abuser or anything like that. Please, no. What I'm talking about is when we become vindictive. I'm talking about when we become calculating. I'm talking about when we want to feel better about making sure that someone can't do us dirty. Listen, let me tell you a little story. I remember back in the day, some years back, there was a girl, really pretty. Me and her were cool, right? And she must have invited me. These are uni days. Invited me to a uni base, right? And she was me and a couple other people and her friends, right? Like it was her group of people, right? And she must have dropped her bar like, she must have been trying. She was trying it in front of her friends, innit? Like, but I only invited you. Yada yada yada. Just basically, it was just rude, innit? Like trying to be rude in front of friends to make it funny at my expense. And let me tell you something. What ran through my head? I said in my head, I had a split second where I said, I can laugh this off and speak to her after and say, listen, I felt disrespected in that moment, or I can bomb you now. And guess what I chose? To bomb her now. Okay? I was like, listen, but are you forgetting that you got a man and you're the one texting me to come over to your yard? Oh, okay. That's why I slept in your bed, but you had a man. I don't have a girl, so I don't really mind. Blood, the whole room, and I remember when the whole room fell flat, it went silent. People laughed and it went silent. That's when I knew I went too far. Because I bombed it differently. You see, the thing about me is I understand that when I go to bomb, I'm gonna bomb you. I'm not bombing little. I'm bombing the whole place. Everybody's gonna die today. So when I bomb, I know that's why I don't do these things anymore. Because I save her. And listen, if you want to mess me up, I save the bombs until one day it's too much and then I'm dropping Hiroshima. No, sorry about it, the context. I'm sure we should try something else, right? I'm just dropping one dirty nitrous bomb. Everybody's going to feel the nuclear reaction. Do you understand? It's not a good look. It's not a good look. When you're hurt, your first instinct shouldn't be to bomb the person back. Rather, if you have especially if you have a relationship with that person, to pull that person aside and say, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, what you did to me was really painful. What you said out there embarrassed me. You know what I'm saying? And our friendship, if that's what you call a friendship, you do that, I don't respect that. Right? So when that girl did that, I just chose to bomb her, bro, because I'm not that guy. You can never one-up me. You can never want, and that's the thing about boys and girls friendships and relationships and things that are a bit tricky when you're flirting and doing all those mad things in between and sexing and all that kind of stuff. Men will always feel they have an upper hand. See, because we understand with men, and this is the whole rule. Men to men, if we're gonna drop bombs, we're ready to fight. That's why it turns to fight. Because see, with men, the pride will not allow that comment to go askew. So when I drop that bar, I know I'm ready to put the dukes in. Right? I'm ready to throw my dukes up because I know you're ready to go. That's how men are. When it comes to men and women, we know you're not going to throw dukes. We're going to bomb you. We know you're going to throw dukes. When a man throws dukes at another man, he's ready to fight. Well, some of us anyway. Right? So the behavior by Ron was unsavory. It was untasteful. And it was discolorful, to do such a thing. Right? Let's play a bit more.
That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
That might have been condescending, but
it's condescending all the time. But I'm not gonna be with anybody who talks to me like you just spoke to me.
So, her comment back there tells us that this was a comment that was left and it was condescending because she admitted to it being condescending. So it's not out of context. She felt what we felt. That comment was condescending and she mentioned it to him. So this is not editing. At this point, this is not editing, and even Ron, by his own words, admitted to saying, yeah, that might have been a little bit condescending. You knew what you were doing, Ron. Right? Now, whether you were looking to exit the process, whether you felt like Alexis was playing with you or whatever, that moment there, we see it for what it is. You were being condescending. That's not editing.
We got to see Ron's true colors. If he had only knew that I was agonizing over the decision because I was trying to care for his heart.
Now, that's the only thing I kind of disagree with Alexis with. Girl, I know she was crying. She was crying at the fact that she didn't know what decision to make, right? With Ron and Alexis and AJ. Let's keep it 100% real. Ron was never your top one. AJ was always number one. Ron was only there because, and I know why Ron really got frustrated. He got frustrated because he felt like he got used. He felt like the only reason why he was that he was dealing with Alexis, because Alexis comment in the last episode was like, basically I chose you because you chose me. I didn't choose you because I liked you. I chose you because you chose me. And in a sense, he felt like he's been used, and he had. Because if you only liked me because I liked you, in the sense of, I'm not talking about like, you only liked me because I chose you. You only want me because I chose you. Not because you like me, but because you got chosen. And it's a game, by the way. Then yes, I feel Ron's, pain. I feel the way that Ron felt. And so, but I don't agree with the fact that you came out here to bomb her after. Don't agree with it. Right? There's just no agreement. And then he wanted to make sure that the place was leveled. Right? With his next comment. Right? This was to hurt her. And the reason why I say it's to hurt her, because he knew, not that he knew that Amber and her talked, but he knew that Amber was another girl, and him saying that I've kissed another girl would get at Alexis. Like, don't think that you was the only one I was dealing with, No, you're mad. No, I had another girl on the side, bro. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all, bro, by your behavior, right? And so the situation is, and if he did know that Amber and Alexis were good friends, him mention it is a shoot. Listen, I know dark. I know when you want to go dark. I know when you want to go dark. Listen, I thought about some dark things in my past, I know some dark movements. I can't say them because it's a bit too close to home right now. But I know some dark things that you would try to do when you want to get someone back up. That's why man them sleep with your girl's friend. When they finish with a girl, they're going to sleep with a friend. It's a one-up. It's a one-up. It's so that if you ever come out of pocket, I'm going to drop the bar but didn't I sleep with your best friend? You don't know about law. You don't. See what I'm saying? Like, when you want to ruin someone's life, you know what information to drop. This was trying to ruin the person's life. This is a comment like that.
So, understanding that, I went on a date yesterday. I kissed Amber yesterday. At that point, I was done anyway.
Now I'm feeling like
Now, he says, obviously, listen, he went on a date with Amber yesterday. At that point, he was done anyway and kissed Amber. Now, he may say there was another question that led up to that conversation. Fine. But you still told her about the fact that you had a kiss with Amber, right? Amber didn't tell Alexis. Alexis found out from you. So Alexis' feeling towards Amber now is because of what you told her. And if you knew how close they were too, because maybe Amber even told you, then you really did really tell her just to sting her. You wanted to exit that meeting with you on top. You wanted to one-up her. You wanted to finish her. Yeah, you wanted to make sure that she can never try it again. Because you felt disrespected. And that's okay, but can you just be honest about it? You felt disrespected and you decided to end Alexis' life. Just keep it 100% true. Keep it 100% real.
got played. And then I'm wondering, is this really true?
I talk to her every day.
I'm glad this happened because all of this is just confirmation for me even more so right now in this moment.
And then he goes on to add, I call her every day. Obviously, I know she probably asks, obviously, how many times you like talking. He says, we speak every day. What does this mean for KG and her too? Because you see, Ron is willing to sacrifice Amber. Do you see where this gets deeper now about the relationship between Ron and KG? I hope they're cool. I don't know. The last interview I saw of Ron, he said they were cool. But this is before we saw. I don't know. This is that. Obviously, he knew that happened, but I don't know what's happened with the Amber situation and how he felt about it. Love to get KG on this channel. Hopefully, we'll get him round this time in season 4. But it's like you kissing Amber and then throwing her underneath the table, underneath the car, blood, just to win your thing. You might not care about Amber that much. You care more about winning. You threw her under the bus to actually win. You don't care about Amber. You're done with the situation. You know what I'm saying? You're done with the situation.
I'm glad you got it. 'Cause I had it.
Well, good. So you should be relieved and you are free.
See his face? See his facial expression? He said, yeah, I had it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I had it. He's trying to win, right? And I'm saying, I don't know what Alexis has done, but I'm saying to myself, he's trying to win. Those facial expressions are somebody who feels frustrated, but also who feels like they needed to prove a point. Yeah, I got you. I won. Yeah, I won. Yeah. When you're petty, that's what you do. Let's be honest. Let's keep answering real. We've all been there, been petty, said something we didn't need to say, but we just wanted to be petty. We wanted to win. Because we think that winning in that moment will make us feel better. And it does. Let's not lie. People who tell you that, oh, you don't feel better. You feel better. And some of us even feel better long term. I know when they tell you long term you don't feel better. No, long term I feel better. Do I feel regrets about bombing that girl when she dropped that bar on me at uni? Nope. I have no regrets. She had to get what she needed to get. Next time you won't test my. You understand? Nobody regret. Like most of the time, we don't, unless you went wild, you don't regret. You don't regret. A lot of people don't regret. So saying, you'll regret that, no, he's not going to regret. The whole point is, though, do you need to do that? Do you need to be that petty? That's the question we're asking, and what does that say about you? What does that really say about us who do those things in those moments? It shows about lack of emotional control, and also shows that we can't take an L to take a W.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a hug, honey. Have a safe trip driving home.
Thank you, baby.
It's like a whole weight lifted off of me. And now.
So, I think with Ron, he threw Amber underneath the bus to win. He wanted to get at Alexis. Whatever she did to him got underneath his skin, and he wanted to finish her. It's just that simple. Nothing else to it. He may say that's editing. I don't think that's editing. I think the truth was revealed right there and right then. Ron, when he decides to, can get petty. And I said this from the very first episode as well, when I saw it in the way he was discussed. Well, from the very first VT, when I said about, I think he said he wanted, was it him that said he wanted kids? And a wife, he was going to, it might have been Diedrich, but he was talking about the fact that, he is going to be the provider, this, that. And I said, oh man, when I start hearing the provider chat, I already know it's all mad. I know it's all long. I know it's an issue. You understand? But anyway, listen, guys, stay hydrated. We've got more videos coming out. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for notifications to upload. We appreciate you. Stay locked and stay loaded. We'll see you guys soon.